Hi there, Pisces. Hope you guys are having a fantastic January. If you're watching this in February, I hope the month is off to a great start for you guys. As I was meditating on your sign, I was getting a sense of there being some sort of newfound clarity, like deep breaths, right? A fresh perspective, that's what's coming to me, okay? Clarity, a fresh perspective. Newfound inner wisdom, I'm getting that as well. Okay, but nonetheless, one where you are able to take a deep breath and actually exhale completely. There's a turnaround, it seems. Okay, yes. Whew, lots going on, Pisces. Okay, now, a few signs got the same two cards. The Two of Wands, speaking to focused efforts, concentrated clarity, right? Clarity with which we act and decide to move forward. And the Sun of Swords. So both very directed, focused cards, right? Speaking of clarity. Clarity of action and clarity of thought. Decision, speaking to decision making as well. I'm sensing that you know the direction that you want to go in now. There is a newfound sense of clarity with the decision-making process and the decision that you're making on how to move forward with something, okay? You're now clear about something. Something has come to clarity, okay? It's been like the puzzle pieces are coming together, if that makes sense. Sort of like a breakup of, sorry guys, a breakup and a shakeup of sort of the pieces so that they fall on the ground and you're now able to look at them clearly and say, aha, I now know this piece goes here, this piece goes there, right? Things sort of fell out of place, out of order, so that you could reestablish order. If that is making sense, okay? The destruction that leads to reconstruction. Okay, I'm sensing that you now have greater clarity with greater clarity with the situation and how you want to approach and proceed in it. Okay. Now, here popped out the Four of Cups, speaking to generally sort of the hoarding of emotions, right? The storing, the stowing away of how we truly feel about a situation. Okay? The emotional side, the side that speaks to our vulnerability. So you have this Four of Cups that kind of flew out here, and it's at the very base of these crowning two cards, the Two of Wands and the Sun of Swords. I'm getting the sense that in an emotional, in an emotionally in an emotionally involved situation. Okay. You're now rising above the stage of stagnancy, right? Holding on to those emotions and ruminating in them in a way. And you are now rising to take clear, concise action in a way that is clear-headed, focused on your goal at hand, right? Both of these top two cards of the Wand and the Sword speak to faster moving energy, okay? Faster paced, and also just a lighter feeling, right? Air is very light. Fire is fed in a way by air, right? And it rises into the air in a very uncontrolled manner. Water, though, is heavy, is stagnant, lies low to the ground, okay? So when you have this card sort of at the very base of these two, I see it as the rising up from a situation that held you down emotionally. Okay, you're rising above that heavy emotional energy. Absolutely, Pisces. Absolutely. There's a lightness and a directiveness, a straightforwardness with which you are moving forward. Okay? It's a big shift. Okay. We are going to do the Celtic cross today, per usual. And it's going to be covering your deep past, recent past, current state, advice, position of energies, the near future, hopes and or fears, and the final outcome. We're then going to crown the reading with 3 energy cards. The first being the energy that you stepped into that helped lead you to your current state, followed by the environmental energies at play as you move forward through the month, and finally, in the top right corner, we're going to have this sort of energetic pathway that you're moving into. Okay, so let's get going here. But I'm feeling a very big shakeup that I sense you have already experienced and you're in the midst of now, okay? But there's been a major reorientation. You're taking the bull by the horns. And out pops the reversed 8 of Cups. Beautiful, Pisces. You're letting go of all of that emotionally dissatisfying, heavy, stagnant energy. And you're rising above it into action, into purpose, into looking at a situation head on, seeing it for what it is, being absolutely honest with yourself and others perhaps as well. Okay? Yes. Clarity of vision, Pisces. Another sign got a similar read of these energies, at least, that we're seeing so far. I believe it was Leo, but feel free to check out the other signs if it's something that you feel might be related to a Leo type person or any other sort of archetype. So I do believe the Son of Swords came in reverse in Capricorn's reading, so that could be a video you might want to check out as well. And I will say this, sometimes the moon sign or ascendant sign will resonate with you in different ways, or even more than your sun sign. So like I know I resonate with my moon sign usually a lot more than my sun sign. Depends, but it's something to consider. You might want to check out the videos for your ascendant or your moon. And if you don't know the signs for your ascendant or your moon, feel free to click the link below that I provide here. That is the website, alchemynew.com. And over there, I have a link that allows you to draw up your birth chart and see what planets you have in what signs, so you can check out your moon and your ascendant that way. Okay, Pisces. Father of Cups upright. Beautiful. Oh, yeah. You are becoming emotionally sound, emotionally mature, sailing on from this previously emotionally dissatisfying situation that left you confused, in the dark, left in mystery. Okay, you're now rising above that, sailing forward in a much more emotionally mature way. And I'm sensing that you learned a lot from the situation, even emotionally, about yourself or in general about others. So the situation really matured you. It changed you. You're now moving on from it. You're rising up from it, right? And this reverse Eight of Cups is sort of like the shake-up, right? Shaking out all the pieces and looking at the situation for what it is. Ruffling the feathers and getting more comfortable and getting ready to sail on, okay? Out pops the Son of Pentacles. Beautiful. Pisces. Okay, so, and we haven't even started the Celtic Cross, so you are eager. You are eager this month. You are focused. You are directed. Your energy is working for you in a positive way. I feel you're aligned with yourself, okay? You're aligned with yourself. Son of Pentacles, speaking to our sense of groundedness, our emotions, right? Sorry, not emotions, but this card does have a moon on it, okay? Speaking to the sort of intuitive guidance with which we move forward on our tangible path. Okay, so it in a way is the fusion and the maturity, right, of the water element and the fire element to an extent. Not fire, but you know what? I am saying that, so perhaps it's the fusion of, you do have this Two of Wands, the fusion of the elements of your being coming together in a harnessed way that's going to bring you into a state of true groundedness, okay? You're starting off on a journey that is speaking to your true groundedness, and the Magician card came to mind just now, and I saw on the bottom of the deck, we have the Magician, speaking to the alchemy, right? The coming together and the harnessing of all of the elements of our being, okay? Achieving that groundedness, finding who we are truly deep inside, right? We're not just fire, we're not just earth, we're not just water, and we're not just air. We're a blend of those things coming together, right? In a way where we feel very much in tune, and we're working from a place of complete alliance with our truth and with who we really are. Okay, it's really coming from a place of your true identity, I feel. Okay, that you have discovered, that you've stepped into, okay, regarding these elements with greater maturity. Water element, right, emotionally more mature. And the path forward as you seek groundedness is involving, right, and harnessing this greater sense of the expression of your water energy, okay, your intuition, for example. So putting all the elements to good use, that's what I'm feeling for you. And the Magician, if you take a look at the card here, speaks to, right, all the elements coming together. And it's the very first major arcana card, right after the Fool, where we kind of are acquainted with ourselves, with the tools and the skills in a way that lie at our disposal, with really what I mean is the truth of who we are in essence, okay, if that makes sense. Okay. Let me tune in here. Yeah, it's a matter of aligning with your universal truth. Even your purpose in this world, it seems, has become clear to you, or clearer. As you can see on this Magician card, there is the figure 8 on the chest of the leopard, speaking to sort of, again, this alliance, this recognition, this realization of who we really are, within the grander context of the universe. Okay? It's a lot, Pisces. It's a lot going on for you in a very good way, in a substantial way, in a way that's redefining your identity and your redefining. Out pops the 10 of Swords. I'm getting a sense, putting a stake and an end to the sort of petty, analytical, logical thinking and approach that was once taken. Even the overthinking, the overanalysis, right, that had to do with this emotionally dissatisfying situation. Rising above it into this archetype, the more mature manifestation of the sword energy, of the air energy, right? Flying, there's now flight. Whereas the 10, which is right before this sort of daughter, son, mother, father suit of swords, is this, right, petty 10, overabundance, almost immature expression, an inefficient expression of sword energy, which speaks to our intellectual faculties, which speak to even arguments, right? Conversation, our thoughts. So we now, right, going from this heavy staked in energy, right, speaking to the ending of a cycle, because it is a 10. At the very base, it seems, rising up into the Son of Swords, paired with the Two of Wands, you are again redefining the way that you manifest in your life, the way that you bring things together, okay, for yourself, realizing that it is you who brings things together, taking the reins with being the creator of your world. Okay, and it's so interesting how the synchronicities play out and how the universe speaks in its unspoken word and language. Because, as an example, right, I'm holding up the bottom of the deck here and I'm looking in the reflection of the screen. And I see, right, as I'm saying that, you have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse here. Now, and it seems that this reading is going to be a little bit atypical, right? I'm getting the sense that let's just take it in this fashion, right? The cards are speaking without sort of the spread, making their own spread. So the Wheel of Fortune is a 10, a number 10. And, right, speaking to the all-encompassing sort of truth and way and manifestation and even destiny, right? Depending on what sort of belief system you subscribe to. But speaking to the encapsulation of all elements inherently, and speaking to the need for all of those elements. You have the moon, you have the sun. The moon speaking to intuition, the sun speaking to fire, knowledge, knowing, clarity. You have an owl perched on a branch, right? Extending out from this wheel. And the owl is representing our thoughts, the intellectual approach, rationality, right? And the wheel inherently turns as it does when it's meant to, right? It's sort of the hand of fate, again, depending on what belief you subscribe to. But there is, right, this reminder that the world is, in a way, how do I want to say this? Run by fate. I'm compelled to say it in that way. I'm sensing that you are seeing the world, okay, for sort of the for what it is in terms of being a multi-dimensional space that is controlled by the forces, okay, and the elements, and alongside the magician's energy, right? Remembering that your place in it too is multifaceted. You have every element at your disposal to be the creator of your own world. But naturally, inherently, right, there is this submission to the natural process and progress of things, but in a way that, again, brings you full circle. That's what I'm feeling. Brings you full circle with having an inherent knowledge and understanding of the process and being okay with that, going with the flow. Going with the flow and following your intuition, okay? Having faith in the turning of the wheel, even. And knowing that what does come is what's meant for you. Okay, but it's aligning with a greater sense of connection with the universe. That's what I'm feeling, okay? Now, below that, you have the Ace of Pentacles. Speaking to, right, both of these cards, there is a great theme of centrality. You have the circularity. I'm doing it right in the middle of these two cards. I mean, that can mean something, hey, right, if we're looking at it that way. As a diagram, right, you have a circularity too, this Ace of Pentacles, the very first pentacle, the very first seed that's planted, the initiation of that phase, of that process and journey of achieving ultimate groundedness and stability. Now, on the Wheel of Fortune, too, similarly, we have the wheel, which is very circular as well. But what's interesting is that while these two cards symbolize circularity, right, and are similar, they also represent sort of very polar energy, in that the pentacle is grounded, it's firm, it's stable, symbolized by sort of the tree trunk, right? In a way, the stump, the stub of it. It's the part closest to the ground. Okay. It doesn't really move. The wheel, however, does. But it moves while still remaining constant, right? So there's this sort of dichotomy to it, the yin and the yang, right? The moving and the not moving. So what I'm sensing is that by going with the flow and moving with the natural rhythm of the universe, of having faith, of aligning, of balancing all the elements in the approach that you're taking in a mature way, in a way that has faith, right, in the natural process and in your place in that process, will come the stability that you're seeking. Lying under even this chaos, perhaps, right, there is this foreshadowing of order that is to come. Okay? So it's like being okay with the motion creates a sense of stillness. That's what I'm feeling. Okay, and so I feel you're balanced. It's sort of a balancing act that you're doing here. And gosh, right beneath the Ace of Pentacles, you have the Fool. You are starting anew. You're starting a new journey, Pisces. You're leaping forward with faith, with hope, with optimism, with feeling secure in and of yourself and in your path and your journey ahead. Okay? So, let's see. That happened rather spontaneously. I was going to do the Celtic cross, but it seemed the story wanted to tell itself in such a way. So, let's see. I will do a mini brief Celtic cross here, so we can get a sense for any other general energies here at play. Okay, but I'm getting that's the general sort of major transformational energy that is sort of at the peak, at the outset, and I felt like it was an important one. It was a turning point for you guys, and that I think will preface the reading that we're going into. So. You guys. Wow. Okay, a fan of cards just flew out. And they're beautiful cards. Beautiful, colorful cards. I'm getting that you're really going with the flow, Pisces, right? I'm trying to enact order, and I'm trying to stick to the regimen of the spread, but you're flowing out, just expressing yourself, going for it. My gosh, Pisces, yeah, awesome. Okay, let's go with it like this. So, out popped the Lovers in reverse, the Temperance card upright, the Six of Cups in reverse, and the Hermit in reverse, the Four of Pentacles in reverse, and the Daughter of Pentacles upright. Okay. So, Two Pentacles cards. Yes, 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 Pisces. Okay. In the center here, right? We have the Hermit in reverse, marking the end of a period of isolated introspection, right? Being in your head, being alone, being in your thoughts, really connecting to your intuition. That period of time is over. You're now coming out of that. You're breaking out of that, okay? It could have even been tied to sort of the time taken to form the foundation of whatever it is you're hoping to start. It could be in regards to a career that you're hoping to start. But something that you're trying to bring into fruition and actuality, okay, was marked by a period I'm feeling in the past of deep introspection, connecting to your truth, what you really want to bring into actuality, okay? So a lot of planning stages, okay? And then now you have this Daughter of Pentacles upright, beginning to set out on this journey. You have the Daughter here, you had the Son of Pentacles in the last cards that popped out. So there's a pair, there's definitely a pair, and you're moving forward on this new journey, I believe, in regards to your career. Absolutely, okay? Or whatever it is that gives you a sense of groundedness. And here we have the Lovers in reverse, Temperance upright, and the Six of Cups in reverse. So, okay. The Six of Cups in reverse with the Daughters in reverse are both sandwiching this Temperance card, right? Speaking to sort of the need for patience, the need for balance. Okay. I'm sensing that there perhaps was a delay with some sort of situation that you were hoping would come about, that you were anticipating, one that you thought would sort of enable you to gain a sense of emotional satisfaction, freedom. Sorry, guys. Something that you were awaiting, right? I'm getting the sense of awaiting. One that was tied to your emotions, absolutely. I mean, with the Lovers and Six of Cups on either side, with Temperance in the middle, it's really about a situation that you felt you needed patience with, that you were waiting out, that you were sort of biding your time with, but that you were hopeful about in some way, right? Even if it's just in the deeper echelons of your being, right? You had this sense of fate, knowing that things would turn, okay? That it would come. And I'm seeing, right, that, okay, on the Lover's card, you have two doves flying together. And on the Temperance card, you have one peacock alone, right? So the Lovers are in reverse. It's almost as if something didn't pan out the way that you had expected or wanted or whatever it is, right? It seems that it was something that you kind of cast aside, you set aside, and you moved on from in a way, having Temperance, taking a more balanced approach, right? Temperance is not looking at the Lovers, right? Its gaze is in the opposite direction, looking over at the upturned Six of Cups. So what I'm sensing is that your sense of groundedness was tampered with by this situation temporarily. But what you did was you turned around, you turned this tree upside down, and you instead focused on what really, truly forms the roots of that tree, of that groundedness, and of that emotional satisfaction. Okay, and you, it seems that that's where then this stage came into play with the introspection. Whoa, this is reverse. I'm getting confused. With the introspection, right, and the planning, the strategic planning, the focus, which now is leading you to this new journey of finding stability in a way that's true, that's real, that's truly grounded, right? So I'm seeing it as the reevaluation of your sense of groundedness, right? By way of this experience that didn't work out. So sort of like a gift in disguise. Okay. So a blessing in disguise is what I'm feeling. But you turned away from this situation with courage, in that you didn't get sort of bogged down in the emotionally dissatisfying aspect of this too deeply. You turned from it and you instead diverted your attention towards really inspecting the matter, turning the tree upside down, right? This is like the tree of stability, we can say, right? Feeling emotionally stable with the water cups and the tree, which is like earth. Looking and dissecting the situation, seeing it, changing your perception and your perspective, turning the tree upside down and saying, let me take a look at those roots that are growing beneath that tree that I think are bringing me stability, right? And what is going to really bring me stability and happiness and emotional fulfillment? What is that? And recognizing the need for creativity in that. Creativity, truth, your emotions, what you really feel. Stepping into a space of introspection to think about those things, to plan about those things, form a strategy to bring them into reality and manifestation. Okay, and then starting, alas, on that journey, being ready for it. Okay, so reevaluating what defines our emotions, what we allow to define our emotions, and what we consider, right, as stable. It's reforming the foundation of our tree, so to speak. Okay, so thank you so much, Pisces, for tuning in. I hope this reading. I thought it was going to be a cultic cross, but hey, the universe has its ways of communicating with us, right? And I hope it was helpful for you guys. Please feel free to leave your comments below. I will be hopefully doing the mid-February reading in about a week or so. So stay tuned, and I will be back with that shortly. All right, have a great February, Pisces. Congratulations on this turning point, and I will speak to you guys soon. Bye.